Well, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to you. Whenever you are going to be viewing this video, Pastor James coming to you from my Fortress of Solitude here on Old Norcross Road, and it really is a fortress of solitude this Wednesday, as my partner in crime, Miss Carol Hanson, is home today, still recuperating and resting up from COVID. So I want to pray that you keep her in your prayers and so many others that are struggling with it right now. I did want to let you know that Mark and Cheryl Franks have tested negative for COVID, so we are grateful for that. Carol is planning on testing again at some point this week, but I did mention that she has come out of the CDC recommended isolation and is masking up and just trying to feel better each and every day. So let's keep everybody that is battling COVID, as well as know that Jacob Thoman has the flu and is down with that. And Barbara Coker mentioned during our worship service on Sunday morning that her grandson Bennett was also struggling with a high fever and flu-like symptoms. So lots going on. I'm grateful to God that I have been able to avoid it uh, thus far this round. And again, I want to say thank you at the beginning of this midweek check-in to you for your willingness to change the service on Sunday morning. We had a wonderful turnout, and it has received quite a few views on YouTube. I don't really look at that all that much, but I did notice that there were quite a few interested folks who weren't at the service, but uh, tuned in as well. So hey, that's wonderful. That's great. It's where the church is heading, hybrid, the hybrid model. So grateful to have, again, as I always say, grateful to have Zoom and YouTube and places like that where the service can be accessed anytime. Okay, so this week's midweek check-in, a lot to get to. The first thing I would want to do is issue an invitation to all the ladies here at New Hope to be sure to be here this coming Saturday morning, November 19th at 9 a.m. in the large fellowship hall. A couple of very important things going on, making angels for the angel tree, and also decorating the large fellowship hall for our church-wide cover dish Thanksgiving luncheon, which will be this coming Sunday, Lord willing, right after morning worship. So I do want to put that out there first and make sure all the ladies, even if you've never been, I'd even say, especially if you've never been, come on out. It's a great time of fellowship, and those are a couple of really, really nice projects to be engaged in. And you just get to hang out with each other. And hey, no one preaches a sermon. So uh, hope you'll want to come and be a part of that this Saturday morning. At that very same hour, guys, we'll be over at the diner at WebGen for our monthly men's breakfast. All the guys, again, if you've never been, this invitation is especially for you. We meet at 9 o'clock. The diner at WebGen is real easy to find. It's at the intersection of the Scenic Highway, 124, and WebGen House Road, in that weird area that's kind of Grayson, kind of Snellville, but officially it's Lawrenceville. So it's just right across from the Barnes and Noble there in the shops at WebGen. So guys, 9 o'clock Saturday morning, great food and a great time to hang out together this coming Saturday. But let me back up a bit and tell you that after we've had some just online activities for the last week, we're going to open these doors tonight, and we're going to have our Wednesday night. This will be our last Wednesday night together before our Thanksgiving break next week. So 5 o'clock brown bag dinner and fellowship time. 6 o'clock, we're going to continue our walk through uh, Matthew, the visual word. And then at 7:10, the choir is going to be back in the saddle. I know some of you will probably be out with sickness and other things, but we only have a couple of rehearsals left before we present the cantata on December 11th. So we are forging ahead. And so wanted to make you aware of that. Tomorrow morning is our last meeting of the Thursday morning theology with James group. We're going to be going over the last chapter of The Difficult Words of Jesus by Dr. A.J. Levin, and that'll be our last one for this year. And then Friday, a really fun time. Um, and I must say that I wasn't a regular participant in the Golden Travelers for, gosh, the first decade or so that I was here, mostly because it was Friday and it was the day that I took off. But I'm so glad that I got plugged in probably about a year ago, 2 years ago, and just it's a fun time. It's a fun time to. There's some good food, some great fellowship, and hey, it's just harmless bingo fun. Following that, it's just a good time for us to be together. There's no age limit or restriction or anything like that. So if you're available Friday at noon, come on out, enjoy some good food and some good times together. I didn't get to do this on Sunday, but I wanted to throw out the celebrations for this week. Uh, Camden Barrett had a birthday yesterday. Camden, of course, Cam, as we know him, is Rose and Owen's grandson. He had a birthday yesterday. Tomorrow, uh, the Explorer Sunday School class teacher, Jim Durant, celebrates a birthday. And then on Friday, we have Martha Yount's birthday. And speaking of Martha Yount, also happening here at the church on Saturday from 2 to 4 is a drop-in uh, 85th birthday celebration for Martha. Her children, Wesley and Amy, are putting this together for her, and it would be really neat if some of you guys who remember Martha, and Martha joins us when she can, every once in a while. But we want to help her to celebrate her and her family celebrate her birthday. Her official birthday is Friday, but they'll be having that get together on Saturday here at the church from 2 to 4. And then Saturday, Tommy and Betty Franklin's granddaughter, Kirsten Leinart, celebrates a birthday as well. So those are the celebrations that we're having this week. So we want to make you aware of those. And also remind you that next week on Tuesday, the 22nd, we're going to be decorating the sanctuary and other parts of the building too, but most of the work will be done in the sanctuary for Advent, which starts on the 27th of November. So right after we come back from our Thanksgiving break next week, no Wednesday night activities. Right after that, we're right into Advent. And don't forget, this year Christmas falls on Sunday. This is one of those weird times where the calendar lines up and Christmas and New Year's line up on Sunday. So it's the longest Advent we can have. It's 27, 28 days. So looking forward to really Advent, like Lent, is a time of really drawing close to the Lord in devotions and prayer and being together as a church family. And there are going to be multiple opportunities for that for the Sunday school classes and for the church as well. And I do want to throw this out there. Mark your calendars if you haven't done this already. Saturday, December 10th at 5 o'clock is our annual churchwide Christmas banquet. And we couldn't get any of the top names. Kind of like sometimes what some of the Atlanta sports teams do. We didn't want to go out and spend the biggest bucks to get the biggest names that we could get for entertainment, and sometimes we kind of get the next level or the bottom of the barrel. And so I have been commissioned to provide entertainment. I'm not sure what we're going to do this year. There is another chosen Christmas episode that came out last year that I'm thinking about making a part of what we're going to do or something. I know last year we did that, and then I read Christmas memories from members gone by who have already taken their place in the great cloud of witnesses. I don't know what I'm going to do. I will certainly try to mix it up a bit. One thing I won't do is preach. I promise you that. But anyway, let me just tell you, I'm grateful to God to have stayed healthy through this really difficult time. I do want to tell you again that Carol Hansen's pacemaker procedure has been rescheduled for Friday, December 2nd. So just continue to keep her in your prayers, but keep all of these folks that are sick. I have a long prayer list of people, and it's not just COVID, it's all sorts of other things right now. And that thing called life, which doesn't stop, that's always swirling around us. But we have a great God who walks with us in and through it. And I'm excited about what the future holds for us here at New Hope. And I'm excited to be a part of what God has got going on here on this corner. Hey, if you could please, before I go, say a prayer for our custodian, Scotty Sisk. He has he's had a rough week. He has eye palsy, which just takes a little bit of time to go away. One of his muscles in his eye is not cooperating with the other one, but it'll work itself out, he said. But this Friday, Scotty is having the procedure. He has a blockage in his heart, and they're going to be going into a vein and I guess trying to blow that out. And I wish I remembered what that procedure is called. But anyway, they're going to be doing that. So if you could keep Scotty Sisk in your prayers as well as his wife, Pat, I know that he would appreciate that. And the last thing I'll tell you is this morning here at the church, we have a very big crane in the parking lot. Our HVAC tech, Keith Osborne, is here, and the biggest HVAC unit that was to be repaired, to be replaced down in the Lars Fellowship Hall area. That is happening this morning. So, a lot going on. I love you. I thank God for you. And I can't wait. Again, I can't wait to get into this Thanksgiving Advent season with you as we run with the shepherds and the wise guys from the East. And we bow and adore and worship before our King, Lord Jesus Christ. God bless you this week.